I'm Elizabeth Ken, and this is my Psychology 201 final exam project at Greenville Technical College. So over the courses, Hi, I'm Elizabeth Ken, and this is my Psychology 201 final exam project at Greenville Technical College. So I chose to critically analyze the character Eeyore in the 2011 remake of Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is a charming animated film that brings the beloved characters of Hundred Acre Wood back to the big screen. The story revolves around Winnie the Pooh and his friends as they embark on a quest to find Eeyore's lost tail. The movie captures the essence of A.I. Milne's classic characters with Pooh's insatiable appetite for honey, Tigger's exuberant bouncing, and Piglet's endearing timidness. Eeyore, voiced by Peter Cullen, is a central character in the film, known for his melancholic and pessimistic personality. Despite his gloomy disposition, Eeyore is a cherished member of Hundred Acre Wood community. His friends rally together to help him find his lost tail. Eeyore's character serves as a reminder and the importance of friendship and support, even during times of sadness and adversity, making him a beloved and relatable figure in the world of children's literature and animation. So over the course of the semester, we've done multiple project parts and just pieces, and we had to watch the movie multiple times. So over the course of this, I've discovered and found 6 main problematic behaviors that affect Eeyore on a daily basis. They are persistent sadness and hedonic, low self-esteem, social withdrawal, low energy, and a pessimistic outlook on life. So the diagnosis. Based on the previous behaviors, Eeyore meets the criteria for major depressive disorder. If you want to get technical, its codes in the DSM-5 are 296.20 or F32.9. So I believe that Eeyore has major depressive disorder, although one could argue that Eeyore could be diagnosed with dyspnea. However, I believe this cannot be the case. Although dyspnea has similar symptoms to major depressive disorder, symptoms are more severe and tend to last longer. We are never specifically told the length of time presented in the movie. Therefore, it would be inaccurate to diagnose one with a disorder associated with a lengthy period of time when we have no provided sense of time in the movie to base this on. So the criteria met for major depressive disorder, according to the DSM-5 for Eeyore, is a depressed mood most of the day, nearly every day, markedly diminished interest or pleasure in all or almost all activities most of the day, nearly every day, psychomotor retardation, fatigue or loss of interest nearly every day, feelings of worthlessness or excessive inappropriate guilt, diminished ability to think or concentrate, or indecisiveness nearly every day. So the perspective of best fit for the previous behaviors would be looking at this through a lens of cognitive behavioral perspective. The key elements in cognitive behavioral theory allow greater understanding of Eeyore within the constraint of his characterization, with targeted distortion and maladaptive behaviors could, in theory, treat his sadness. This approach heavily focuses on the relationships with thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Due to the fact that Eeyore is a fictional character, though, we only have access to the shown behaviors and dialogues as clues, but it doesn't give us access to his inner thoughts and feelings that he doesn't share by just the words he says. So, through these patterns and behaviors, shown, these are the main ones that could fit through the lens of cognitive behavioral. So, the negative cognitive patterns, Eeyore frequently engages with negative self-talk, calling himself pathetic and other self-deprecating terms. His language indicates cognitive distortions like overgeneralizing failures. These irrational thought patterns likely reinforce and perpetuate his sad mood and low motivation. Avoidance behaviors. Eeyore often isolates himself from his friends rather than engaging socially, which may worsen his loneliness. His withdrawal is likely both a result of sadness and serves to reinforce it through diminished positive interactions. So, helplessness and beliefs. So, learned helplessness. Years of perceived lack of control over outcomes like Eeyore's inability to securely build a house could have cultivated learned helplessness. This may fuel his chronic pessimism and sadness through his repeatedly feelings incapable of improving his situation. Self-fulfilling beliefs. Eeyore's stated belief, nothing ever turns out well, becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy as his inaction and separation stemming from his pessimism stunt positive outcomes. Eeyore basically is manifesting self-hate that he can't do anything right on his own, that nothing will ever turn out well, that it'll never be a good day, nothing ever goes Eeyore's way. So this video shows how Eeyore acts and behaves, showing a better representation than can be explained through words of how I came to this conclusion.
Good morning, Pooh Bear.
If it is a good morning, which I doubt.
However, did I get your tail back on properly, Eeyore?
No matter. Most likely lose it again anyway.
Poor dear. You know, I may have just the thing. Up, up, up you go. There you are.
It's an awful nice tail, Kanga. Much nicer than the rest of me. It's not much of a tail, but I'm sort of attached to it. Not much of a house. Just right for not much of a donkey. Might take a day or two, but I'll find a new one. End of the road. Nothing to do. And no hope of things getting better. Sounds like Saturday night at my house.
So through that clip, we showed Eeyore using self-deprecating terms and nothing. He's not much of a donkey. It's never gonna be a good day. And that he just never can get attached. So for this, I believe the treatment options that would best be for Eeyore would be cognitive behavioral therapy, which is a common type of psychological treatment that has shown effectiveness for conditions like depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and more. The goal of CBT is to identify and change negative thoughts and patterns and maladaptive behaviors in order to improve how one feels emotionally and copes with challenges in everyday life. So the secondary approach, which obviously wouldn't be as good, but if therapy alone doesn't work, a good secondary approach would be through the use of SSRIs along with cognitive behavioral therapy. Because research tends to support medications like SSRIs, which they work for some people, but don't work best. So the frequent types often used are, I'm using the generic names because they're complicated, would be Prozac, Zoloft, Celex, Lexapro, Paxil, and others, which those are usually determined based on an individual basis, and you can't describe one without knowing how it would interact with another person and the medications they're already taking. So the steps and focuses for CBT would be identifying problematic cognitions. So this involves recognizing distorted, irrational, or maladaptive thoughts and beliefs that influence emotions and actions. Becoming aware of these thought patterns is an important early component of CBT. Challenging cognitive distortions. Once negative thought patterns are identified, the individual works with a therapist to test the validity of those thoughts and replace cognitive distortions with more accurate and realistic perspectives. Changing behavioral patterns. CBT also focuses directly on making positive changes in how people act. The goal is to decrease problematic behaviors related to mental health issues and increase healthy constructive behaviors. Developing coping strategies. The individual learns and practices new skills for dealing with stressors, managing difficult emotions, and engaging socially, solving problems, etc., in psychologically healthful ways. Preventing relapse. Strategies for maintaining progress and preventing returns of severe symptoms are also important skills CBT develops. Creating plans for dealing with potential future setbacks can make progress more enduring. So, this just shows once Eeyore realizes these problematic cognitions, the distortions, the patterns, he realizes that he just forgot to be happy because he was so focused on the negative in life. But through new perspectives and his friends forcefully showing him things that gives him reasons to be happy, he realizes why he should be happy. So, would this tend to be the most successful option? So, there's several key reasons why CBT tends to be most successful. There's evidence-based. So, CBT is an evidence-based practice, meaning there is substantial research demonstrating its effectiveness. Thousands of controlled clinical studies prove CBT helps improve conditions like depression, anxiety, addiction, eating disorders, and more. It teaches practical skills. Rather than just discussing the problems, CBT helps individuals learn tangible practical skills for directly managing maladaptive thoughts and behaviors, contributing to mental health issues. Clients often acquire lifelong coping tools. Empowering. CBT puts individuals in the driver's seats of their own treatment. Through their education, clients better understand their condition and are empowered to implement symptom management strategies on their own. It gives one a sense of agency. Preventing relapse. Building critical coping skills and planning for future challenges helps deter relapse when treatment finishes. Clients learn how to essentially become their own therapist through applying CBT techniques. Efficient. Compared to other therapies, CBT generally requires fewer sessions of yield, improving focus sessions, build targeted skills efficiently. Progress is also measurable. Flexible treatment. Protocols are adaptable to suit an individual's needs. Therapists tailored to approach to address the unique system challenges and strengths of each client. So in this next video, we see, even though it's not from the movie I'm analyzing, it's showing that Eeyore, when wants to change, he can be happy again, and he doesn't always have to be the sad little Eeyore donkey. And he realizes and appreciates his friends.
I'm supposed to, but I guess I'm. My goodness! What's going on? Cloud painting. You invented it. Why, it's spectacular. Oh, anybody can do it. Just use your imagination. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this, Eeyore. It's made everyone so happy. Just returning the favor, Piglet. Just returning the favor.
And so that will be my video. Thank you for your time.